Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team.
And the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I love those smashes when you can hear it up here, Reese. Good.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So Iowa's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Discards a man. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll give it to Johnson. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He lost one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Now improvising. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Running it back, it's Wallace. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Kicks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to throw. It's Aller. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
14, Iowa, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The handoff to Johnson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. Second down coming up. They'll go right back to it. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
A third and long coming up here. To the air, it's Sullivan. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Got his man quickly. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Got a man, it's Singleton. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. To the air, it's Sullivan. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Floats it out in space. Got room at the 35. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Sullivan. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down after he makes a catch. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Crosses the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Saunders. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll lead the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Back to throw. It's Allard. This time on target. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Firing toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Iowa City. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Allard. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State 28, Iowa 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Looking for a man. It's Sullivan. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Going up top on 1st down. Hines is tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The running back has it. Breaks the tackle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Direct snap. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Iowa has the ball back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got a man. It's Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
First and 10.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
Line gets set, first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Pressure coming. He's right on target.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it behind. Singleton. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first downs.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Unloads to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
This is so what Jesse Palmer, exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot in the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Catch inside the 25. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to... And it's intercepted! A turnover for the defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense has it. They're going the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. To the air, it's Sullivan. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Avoids pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense, keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be
got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Looking for a man. It's Sullivan. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Evans. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Here on 2nd and short. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. One more play to pad the stats. Scanning the field, it's Sullivan. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense